Yeah, growing up on 173rd and Monroe Avenue in the Bronx, New York, we lived to play basketball. That wasn't even a thought. Like, yeah, can we play? Like, this is like I'm standing out here in my community here in Puerto Rico, and it just made me realize like how many, how much people stop playing outside. Like all the movement, has stopped. And all the movement has stopped. Yeah, I get excited about seeing, kids and parents running around outside from time to time, and you'll see it. It's still the holiday season finishing up. School starts next week. But, people are still playing with their holiday gifts and all of that. But overall, it's just, people aren't just moving. People are not moving. you know, it's a very, it's just a very, like, this is the time where, because the thing is this, we're quarantining, we're keeping people indoors, they're playing more video games, they're watching more Netflix, they're sitting on their butt, so everybody's gaining weight, and nobody's going outside. There's all of these resources out here that no one is using, and it's just, it's an underused resource, the power of just movement and momentum, you know, yeah, man. This is, there's a lot of things we could think about in this world, I'm sure, and everyone has their plate may be a little full, but yeah, overall, man, we need to get back out and move. This basketball court, like it's a beautiful court, like it's shaded. You have one outside, and I mean, this is just a nice park right in my neighborhood. So, I'm definitely gonna start utilizing this place more. Just because there's just so many, and that's just overall what Puerto Rico is. It's just a bunch of resources that have not been taken care of and are, sort of dilapidated. you know, it's just a gang of resources. There's an open field. Now, granted, it's in a flood zone, so that pretty much sucks, but it's still an open field, and it's there's a soccer field there. It's just it's amazing, how we can have so much overall abundance and still not really utilize it and activate it, man. I mean, we're looking for the bling bling, and even when we talk about going out to nature, we're just talking about going out to nature and grounding and being in nature, getting out of this shit. There's so much stuff around here in Puerto Rico, in the city, that replicates nature. Just being out, just getting movement. You are nature. Get your nature going. Get that movement. Tomorrow I start a program with a young lady that is she's a former athlete. She is an athlete and just wants to get back at it. So that's pretty exciting. So that means I can, I don't have to teach too much of the basics. More so, I can get an assessment of what she knows, and then be able to add in more kinds of compound movements and more developed um, protocols. So that way, you got your mind going as well as your body. you know. Um, So I'm pretty excited about that. But for right now, hanging out here on Sunday with my man Papoyo. He just got a haircut. Look at him looking all cool. And his homie Miss Aaliyah, you know. So we're just out here and on an empty basketball court. And I'm just reminiscing on just how that could never have been possible when I was growing up. There's just something to be said about growing up with struggle and not seeing ways to get out or seeing ways to get out and competing for those ways. And a lot of that is what got me to where I am now. And, I'd never change that. Never. But it kind of baffles my mind when I see the type of resources that are available and that are being underused. I mean, I just moved out here, you know, pretty recently, so I don't really know if there's a schedule where people come out in the community and play or what, but this place doesn't look like it gets much use, much work. Doesn't look like it get much work, but well, let's see. Maybe I can get this place activated. Maybe people out here want to get out and get some movement. Maybe I can help them do that. Because yeah, man. Rather than bitch about it, let's try to do something about it. I'm taking it very chill today. It's so relaxing. The quiet. Don't get me wrong. It's so relaxing, and just listening to all that's going on the big show and checking out that kind of entertainment. But me and Papoyo decided to walk the neighborhood, enjoy the Sunday. It's such a gorgeous day outside here in Puerto Rico. Like, I'm so happy I moved down here. So happy. So now as I've found a place and I'm kind of getting settled into, crafting a life down here, I feel that I want to have an impact, at least a local impact here, because there's no reason there shouldn't be kids running around out here all the time. This pandemic thing, I tell you, no one's been talking about, just making the body strong, getting the body immune. So, get out on that basketball court, run around, run those lines, run some suicides, you know. How about this? Run some suicides. It might make you stop thinking about suicide, right? Get the body up and moving. Get that movement going and get the juices flowing. That's one of the easiest ways to get to happiness. Get the body moving. Suicidal thoughts are depressive thoughts. So get movement and get the happiness going. That will fight it. This wasn't really made to be a suicide outreach, but I definitely am a happiness coach. And most people look for ways to maintain a level of happiness and contentness. So make sure you got some movement going. That right there is one of the big keys. So be good, eat good, and stay fly.